We have breaking news. As the Dallas Mavericks are currently on a 4-game losing streak, we wait patiently for the return of Luka Doncic and Dante Exum so we can finally see what this Dallas Mavericks team looks like in a full healthy capacity. But Shams of The Athletic tried to drop a bomb on us earlier today, detailing an injury that Kyrie Irving has sustained to his lower back and will have to miss up to 2 weeks of action. And with how difficult the rest of this January schedule is for the Dallas Mavericks, our playoff aspirations to make it back to the finals looks just that much more difficult. So in this video, we're going to take a look at all the information surrounding Kyrie Irving, how can the Dallas Mavericks navigate in his absence and try to get as many wins as possible, as well as we do have an update regarding Luka Doncic and his possible timetable to return. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 16,450 subscribers, getting oh so close to 17K. It feels like just yesterday we had just crossed 10,000 subscribers. But if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest with our live streams, our watch-alongs, our giveaways, our news vids just like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But just the other day, we put out a video highlighting the weird illness that's been going around the Dallas Mavericks locker room and affecting not just players but coaches alike. And Quentin Grimes gave us somewhat of an insight on what was going on with the team. After the other game against the Houston Rockets, Quentin Grimes detailed the illness that has been passed around the Mavs locker room, saying, "I couldn't even get out of bed. It ran through the whole team. I think J-Kid and them got it. We haven't been practicing as much because you don't want to pass that around. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Even in high school, college, everybody's getting sick." Grimes said for him, it was a stomach bug, and he couldn't hold anything down and couldn't move while also having cold sweats. This illness being passed around the Mavs locker room is no joke. And I'm sorry, this was after the Cavaliers game that was just a few days ago. So Quentin Grimes, who was also sick, Kyrie Irving, who was also sick, before the game, he was also sick. He was out. Something's going around the Dallas Mavericks locker room that's just preventing anybody from even being able to breathe, as Najee Marshall had upper respiratory infection. And on top of all these injuries, on top of all these illnesses, Shams had to drop this bomb on us today. Dallas Mavericks star Kyrie Irving has a bulging disc in his back and is expected to miss at least 1 to 2 weeks, sources tell me and ESPN McMahon. There is optimism that treatment over the coming days will provide a return to play target date. And that is just horrible because Kyrie Irving has been playing at somewhat of an all-star level. Not even somewhat. He has been playing at an all-star level, stepping up big time when Luka Doncic has been out, shouldering a lot of that just offensive and at times defensive load of the team to help us win games. We were winning the majority of our games whenever Luka was out, but we had Kyrie. But it seems in the last few games, even though if we had Kyrie and no Luka, or if we didn't have either of them, the Dallas Mavericks have been struggling to win games. As I said before, we are on a 4-game losing streak. And how important is Kyrie Irving to the team? Well, if we look at his stats right here, Kyrie Irving has been averaging 24.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, 4.9 assists, 0.4 blocks, 1.2 steals, 2.3 turnovers, and 2.2 fouls per game, while shooting 49% from the floor and 44% from 3. Like I said, those are all-star numbers if you ask me. Could have been a little bit better. I know the Kyrie Irving that is an all-star. You can say this is a down year. You can say it's up year regardless. Kyrie Irving has been great for us, no matter how you want to slice it. And now that we don't have Kyrie Irving, now that we don't have Luka Doncic, January is only going to get that much more difficult. The Dallas Mavericks, at the time of this recording, is currently sitting at the 7th seed, tied in a 4-way tie for the 4th seed. And with the remainder of our games in January and no real idea of when any of our guys will be back, the Dallas Mavericks are in a real threat, real danger of slipping out of the playoffs into the play-in and at worst, possibly missing the playoffs or playing altogether. If we take a look just right here, Kirk Henderson had this to say: "While I am not an NBA athlete, I've had an L3, L4 microdiscectomy. Michael Porter Jr. and Dwight Howard are 2 recent NBA guys to have disc issues. Nerve pain is very different from person to person, and that is why I'm very skeptical at the moment. Injections mask pain, rehab strengthens areas around the back." Kirk Henderson pretty much said that no matter what happens, Kyrie Irving's back injury won't necessarily just go away. I mean, the team said that they're optimistic that treatment can help, but this is something that's going to linger for Kyrie Irving for the rest of his career with the Dallas Mavericks. For the rest of his basketball career, he will have that back injury, and that just doesn't bode well for the Dallas Mavericks. We were doing very well just 4 games ago. We were the 4th seed in the West, And just like that, in 4 quick losses, the Dallas Mavericks are now in play-in territory with real danger of slipping out of the play-in altogether. Now, obviously, it's before All-Star break. We're right at that halfway mark. Things can turn around. But with the remainder of this January schedule, it's going to be very, very tough to rack up more wins than losses. So the gap between us and the playoffs aren't that wide. If we take a look right here, these are our remaining games. If you want to pause and take a look, tonight we play the Memphis Grizzlies, then we play the Lakers, then we play the Trailblazers, Nuggets back-to-back, the Pelicans, the Thunder, the Hornets, then we play the Timberwolves, the Thunder again, the Celtics. Then at the end of the month, we get somewhat of a break. We play the Wizards, we play the Pelicans again, the Pistons, and then we got to play the Cavs again in February. That does not bode well for the Dallas Mavericks. Like I said, we're currently 20-15, and with the majority of these games looking like a lost force, if we don't have Luka and or Kyrie, or just both together, the Dallas Mavericks, like I said, we're in real danger of not even being in a playoff spot by the time of the All-Star break. And I understand it is pretty early to just give up. I'm not saying just give up now. We could turn it around when guys come back. Kyrie Irving, at the moment, could only miss 2 weeks and he'll be right back. And we do have somewhat of a timetable for Luka Doncic. If we take a look right here, Doctor gives timetable for Dallas Mavericks star Luka Doncic return from injury. The article contains saying a viral video captured Luka Doncic being unable to put much pressure on his calf while limping back to the locker room. It has sparked further chaos in the Mavs fan base, and a doctor on X, formerly known as Twitter, gave a projected timeline for the European superstar's return to the court, saying based on this video and the usual ramp-up timelines, he's still looking like at least 4 to 6 weeks return from now. Probably post All-Star break to get that additional time, Brian Suterer wrote. And the video that they're referring to was this one right here. I took a little screenshot of it. Luka Doncic had to get out of his seat and get on a scooter just to leave from his seat. That does not bode well for the Dallas Mavericks. If he has to miss an additional 4 to 6 weeks from today, then that means we're probably not seeing Luka Doncic till after the All-Star break. And if by then, if the Dallas Mavericks are a sub-500 team, if Kyrie Irving and his back doesn't seem to get not better, but more manageable for the team to try to get wins, this team has a real problem. Like I said before in this video multiple times, they're in real danger of falling out of the playoffs. Without Kyrie Irving, without Luka Doncic, it's hard to win games. Yes, we have Spencer Dinwiddie. Yes, we have Jaden Hardy. We still got Clay. Najee Marshall will be back tonight's game against the Memphis Grizzlies after finally finishing his 4-game suspension. We have Derrick Lively. We have Daniel Gafford. The Dallas Mavericks are a deep team, but we can't fool ourselves. Without Kyrie Irving and or Luka Doncic, this team isn't as good as we think we are. We all know fully healthy, this Mavericks team can get it done. We're one of the better teams in the league when fully healthy. But if we take a look at all the players that have been out due to injury, all the players that have been out due to just being sick, the 2 small suspensions, which I'm not too worried about. But the fact that even Jason Kidd tonight is not going to be at the game because he's also sick. This Dallas Mavericks team just has bad luck. They're cursed. I don't know which way you want to cut it because this team is a very talented team. This team is a very deep team. We have good players. We have a good coach. We have everything we need to make a playoff run and go to the finals. But with everything working against us, with guys getting hurt, suspended, sick, that playoff window gets shorter and shorter with every loss, and that finals window gets shorter and shorter with every loss as well. I'm not saying we got to throw in a towel. I'm not saying we got to tank for flag, as I know a lot of people will say we probably should just tank the rest of the season. We do have the trade deadline coming up. Not sure if Nico Harrison thinks that making a trade would help fix things, or if we just kind of got to just hope for the best next season and just call it a wash. I'm not sure what Nico Harrison and the front office are trying to do, but if it was up to me, I say you just got to go out there, try to get as many wins as possible, reevaluate the whole situation when everybody's back, see if you can try to make a push. If not, then maybe tanking and maybe getting a somewhat good first-round pick wouldn't be too bad. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that we're cooked? Do you think that this whole season is gone? Or do you think it's too soon? Trusting the guys, we'll be able to survive until Luka and Kyrie comes back. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.